welcome back. So we have got rid of that first recording, get rid of that. Okay, so last time we spoke, we got to this point. So now I'm going to show you the next steps for adding a new cube and then using that to model this plane. We'll do lots of subdivisions and we'll do some vertices selections and sort of start dragging those around to make the shape of this plane. Okay, so let's look at the model from free. Look at it. Let's look at it from the side view. I'm going to get rid of this cube that's already selected. It's kind of the wrong shape. I'm just going to do Shift and Add, and let's add a new cube. Brilliant. And you just need to check that this is definitely the centre of it is set at the 0, 0, 0 origin. You can do that over here. You should have something that says location. 3D cursor, location, just check that that's 0, 0, 0. I just find when you're using the mirror modifier, it's just much easier if you've got your shape sort of positioned right in the middle of the screen. Okay, so next thing we're going to do is go to edit mode, and I'm going to add an edge loop across the centre of my cube. Now, I'm not going to do it from this view, I'm going to do it from the top view. And the reason I'm doing this is because I want to sort of remove half of it and set a mirror modifier so that everything I do on this half of the image will automatically reflect and repeat on this half of the image. So to add an edge loop, you need to use the shortcut Control and R. And what I'm going to do is just hold it in the centre there. I'm sure you can see there's sort of a purple line that's appeared, and wherever you move your mouse, that's where the edge loop will sort of go to. And if you click and drag, it will kind of drag it around, but I want it dead in the centre, so I'm going to escape that, and I'm just going to press enter instead just to get that edge loop to stick in the middle. Okay, so the next thing to do is delete this half of the box. So to do that, we need to deselect all by pressing A, and then make sure you've got vertices selection enabled. Press B for box select and grab half, and then I'm going to press X and I want to delete the vertice, so I should only have half of my cube left. The next thing to do, I guess, kind of looks as though I need to drag my image across a bit, so I'll just use this slider over here. Let's just move this over just a little bit. Fab. Okay, so next job then, I guess we should probably add the mirror modifier. So if you go back to object mode, make sure your cube is selected, and then over the side here, I'm just going to drag this out, you should have something that looks a little bit like a tool, so like a spanner. So you click on that and you've got the option to add a modifier, and the one you're looking for is mirror. So now it's mirrored. One more thing to check is this thing here, it says clipping. So just make sure that that is checked. And then we're going to go to edit mode. So I'm going to press 3 and look at it from the side. So now I'm going to start extruding this way, and it's going to repeat on this side of my image, which is fab, means I have to do half the work, which is great. So let's look at it from 3. So I guess I need to go to edit mode if I want to do anything to this cube. So if you just press tab, go to edit mode, and now I'm ready to B for box select, and I'm going to start at this point here. So the way to do this, I would say if you E for extrude on the y-axis, move this along, and I would kind of click at a point of interest. So a point of interest for me, I guess, is where the plane goes slightly up at the top there, so I'm going to click to get it to stick. V for extrude on the y-axis again, so I'm going to move this along, and I guess my next point of interest is here, so I'm just going to click to get it to stick. Now the next part of this, I'm not going to be able to see if I keep this skin on my model, so I'm going to press Z to switch it to wireframe so I can see what I'm doing. So E for extrude on the y-axis again, and I'm going to click to get it to stick at my next point of interest, which I guess is this kind of sort of angle on the edge of the nose. But this time I think I'm going to S for scale, and I'm going to do it on the Z axis. I'm just going to scale it down a bit because I'm very aware actually the shape of this plane is not just straight, is it? It goes sort of up and down. Okay, E for extrude, we're going to do it on the y-axis again. Let's move it across. I'm going to leave that there, and I guess S for scale, I'm going to do it on the z-axis. Let's move that down a bit. Great. Okay, right, your next job then is to start moving these vertices around so they fit the outline of your plane a little bit better. So I think I'm just going to G for grab those ones there, and if I press Z, so I'm definitely moving on the Z axis, I'm just going to move those down a bit so they fit on the front of the plane. Remember to press A to deselect all, B for box select, let's grab these middle ones, G for grab on the Z axis, let's move those down a bit, A to deselect all. Now my next one, I'm just going to grab the top vertex here, G for grab on the Z axis, let's move that down, get that one to stick on there, and now press A to deselect all, B for box select, let's grab the next one, G for grab on the Z axis and move that up a bit. Looking good. Now I'd spend a little bit of time just moving these around. A to deselect, B for box select, let's grab this one, G for grab and move this one down. Now I haven't chosen an axis for this one, I'm just moving this one sort of by eye. If you want to add any more edge loops, remember you've got the shortcut for adding an edge loop, which is Control and R. So I'm just going to press Control and R, and I'm going to add an edge loop up here, and click and drag. I'm going to get that one to stick about there. A to deselect all, B for box select. I'm going to grab this one, G for grab, and move it across here a bit, just like that, because I think that will look good when I start extruding the other way. You can have a look as well from the top view, just to kind of see what this is all looking at. So I'm just going to move this one, G for grab, and let's move this one down to here. And actually I think I want another edge loop there, so I'm going to do Control and R and hover near the top and click to get it to stick. A, G for grab, let's grab that one. Sorry, B for box select. Let's grab that one there. G for grab, let's move that down a bit. Fab. Okay, yeah, let's have a look from the top view. So I'm going to press 7 and just check that it's definitely scaling on both sides. My advice is do all of this side first. B for box select, let's grab this. Once this side is done, then I would sort of start thinking about what it's looking like from the top. So you see I've got a little bit more work to do on this side, but then I can look at it from the top view and I can start extruding the other way, but I guess we'll come to that a little bit later. Fab, right, happy modelling.